Haute Couture, two words so synonymous with the French capital that even American labels know it's a good idea to reveal their high-end collections in Paris. For its first luxury offering for autumn-winter 2017-2018, the New York-based designers at Proenza Schouler opted for a typically Parisian high school setting.
It's impossible not to be influenced by the history of Paris.
Hello,
and
sorry I'm late.
Pascal.
Hi Jack, how are you?
Hi Jack.
When we were students, every designer we looked at, everyone that's always been inspiring to us has come from this city. Because you guys have the most amazing independent ateliers in the world. We employed them. Some of them flew to New York for a bit, then we flew back together. It's been a big conversation between New York and Paris all season.
With haute couture, everything is possible. No idea is too outlandish, no fabric out of bounds. And that includes the least likely. Take Belgian label AF Vandevorst's use of vinyl and even plastic bags as proof. At Paris's Institute of the Arab World, designer Adeline André is revealing her latest offering, with a show that draws inspiration more from performance art than the catwalk.
The dress goes so well with the coat. It's like a sort of amazing ritual. It's mysterious, but also elegant. Very elegant.
I wanted to do a performance, and I was thinking specifically of coats and dresses. Coats that look like houses or fortresses or igloos. And underneath that, these really fluid dresses, the complete opposite.
Also embracing performance is Dutch designer Iris van Herpen. To celebrate 10 years of creating couture, she's enlisted a group of underwater musicians.
I found out about these artists that have been working for 10 years on developing an underwater technique for about making music and singing. And I felt very inspired by their process, so I started looking into their techniques and I started collaborating with them. And then this came.
And just how do you sing underwater?
It's possible because you take air in and then you go down in the water and you keep a little air bubble in your mouth, and when that air bubble wants to come out, you just suck it in again. So that's why we can only sing very short tones.
Couturier Maurizio Galante and his partner Tal Lankman apply the principle of couture to interior design. They're the duo behind the Off Hotel, the first to actually float on the River Seine.
When a client wears one of my pieces, they always call me up the next morning to tell me that they went to a cocktail party and that it was amazing, and that people didn't stop asking about just exactly what it was they were wearing. What I do is create talking points. It's the start of something.
Couture designers can be innovative, but they also know the allure of remaining classical. Elegance never goes out of fashion. Enter Chinese designer Guo Pei.
Paris is haute couture fashion week. There's nothing like it anywhere in the world. It only really exists in Paris. For all designers, the culture and the history of haute couture are completely anchored to Paris. It's what all designers dream of. It's certainly what I dreamed of when I was little.
What were you thinking when you saw the show?
The little girl in me thinking she'd very much like to try on that pretty dress.
At the turn of the 1930s, Elsa Schiaparelli loved to shock her audiences with taboo-breaking designs. Bertrand Guyon is honouring her legacy.
I felt that there was this movement towards freedom, independence, emancipation, an explosion of ideas. But paradoxically and strangely, I also feel that despite living in a free world, there's censorship in the air. And I'm not sure that women are freer now than they have been in the past. That is, at least, the women I'm talking about.
But what would haute couture be without the women who wear it first? Top models are far more than just employees. They're often muses too. Bella Hadid, for example, is instrumental to Alexandre Vautier's creative process.
Beyond the shows and the catwalks of haute couture, this world also leads to the situations where you're seeing the same person twice a year. Obviously, you create a relationship, and we just love working together. There's a real creative energy. It's that creative process that makes people happy, and we're happy tonight.
If Azzedine Alaïa had to choose his most important muse, it would no doubt be Naomi Campbell. He saw her evolve as a model over the years, often designing dresses specifically with her in mind.
There's a real thread that runs through Azzedine's work. It's not about seasons, it's more about style. He has such an incredible signature style. It's amazing to see how his designs become instant classics as soon as the girls walk through the room. It's sensual, it's all about the movement. It's such a pleasure to watch.
So how does it feel to wear Azzedine Alaïa?
Honestly, it's great, it's fantastic. They're clothes that really make women feel beautiful. And that's why women love him so much. His clothes cheer you up, they give you a little boost.
Haute couture can be many things: exquisite design, extraordinary execution and sumptuous fabrics. But it will always be about making women feel fantastic.
The 51%, presented by Annette Young.
A programme about women who are reshaping our world. We meet those who seek equality, be it in the boardroom or at the village well. The 51% brings you stories from across the globe about the women who are challenging the way we think.
The 51% on France 24 and France24.com.